Hello, my internet friends. My name is Katie Obi10, and welcome to my commentary of the semifinals for Dance with the Stars Season 22. I would like to apologize for having this video so late. If you follow me on Twitter, you would know I was staying at my best friend's apartment while my house was having some plumbing issues fixed. And I was also having my seasonal allergy bullshit and my asthma wanted to act up. But I am here, and I am excited to share my thoughts of this week with you wonderful people. Other than semifinals, it was also Trios week, and as predicted, it only worked for a couple celebrities and failed for others, and you know which ones did it successfully. Also, we experienced another double elimination. It could have went either way, and as it showed, it did. So let's discuss this week and the second double goodbye. Starting off the show was Paige and Mark, and they picked Alan to be in their trio. Now, if we can all recall, Alan stepped in to dance with Paige in week 2 when Mark had his back injury. This was a sweet little reunion. Oh, did I love this samba. I'm usually cautious with Mark's ideas when he makes it to semifinals, because I don't know if he's going to go out of the box, play it safe, or be sexy as shit. And I'm sure we all know what kind we got from him this semifinals. I love the hip action, I love the turns, I love the connection Paige was making with both of the guys. Normally, I don't like peacocks, but this was a nice touch. This was a fantastic start to the night, and I'm full on board with Team Pal right in the kisser. For their trio dance, Antonio and Sharda selected Haley. I don't think the general audience has gotten the opportunity to know Haley as an individual, and from what I gathered in the couple of minutes in the rehearsal footage, she seems like a sweet person to be around. I thought it was a slow start in the beginning of the routine, and then his eyes were bugging again. I was improvising of what he was probably thinking. Where am I? What the hell am I doing? Why are these two women dancing around me? I was holding my breath when he lifted up Haley. I could tell he didn't have the full support of using both of his hands, so I'm just like, you better not drop her, fool. It was a mess, but at least he finished the routine in one piece, and I can gladly say the same for Haley. Leave it to Lindsay to pick Whitney. I don't mind it when pros pick their best friends, but come on, there's plenty of other dancers to choose from. However, I can also see why Lindsay or Whitney would pick each other every time. Their choreography is somewhat similar, and they have the same ideas and concepts. Why is it, though, that when they're in a trio together, they get a paso doble? Not that I'm complaining, I'm just curious. This paso with Wanya, though, was stellar. It reminded me of their Paso trio with Alfonso Ribeiro. That was the comeback I truly wanted from Wanya. Solid gold. A+. 10 out of 10. At least both girls got a redemption with the same celebrity and a better trio than the last time they did one together. Hint, hint. Wink, wink. Yeah, you know I'm looking at you, Chris Souls. Jenna was the lucky duck to be in Niall and Peter's trio. Little did we know that she speaks ASL. I'm sure she got brownie points from Niall and Ramon. Whenever she becomes a pro, I'm confident Jenna will be the master of all things. Their jive was cute concepts. Oh man, I haven't heard Hit the Road Jack in that style in a long time. It started off promising, and then Niall was out of place and off time. I can't necessarily blame him or the girls. The jive is a freaking workout, and adding the fact that you can't hear the music is like a death match. From what we were given, it was a good routine, and the scores were fair. Can my best friend and I have Jenna and Peter's dresses? They are to die for. And finally, the ABC pimp and the wannabe golden boy chose Artem. I love Artem, it's no secret. Ginger sucked in the Paso Doble, and you know what? Val was no better. The only one who truly shined was Artem. Honestly, I don't think Ginger knows how to be fierce. She's usually all sunshine and rainbows with sparkling cupcakes shooting out of your ass. And am I the only one who still thinks Val didn't give his all this season? I don't know if he even tried in some of their routines. With the way Ginger is, I think she would have had a fair shot with Artem. And I'm not saying that Val should have had Jody, but with the right structure, Misha could have been more likable if she was paired with him. The dance was okay, the scores were right, Artem is delicious. Yeah, I don't think any of us were okay after seeing Paige and Mark perform their tango. That was red hot, that was sexy, that was basically a PG-rated porn. One of my guy friends from out of state was watching this and texted me afterwards asking if he could be Mark. It was too damn funny. However, I thought this showcased a completely different side of Paige, where she feels sexy and girly. I like that kind of Paige. More of that for next week, please. You can win the Mirror Ball trophy that way. Like I said during my Snapchat session, the song was basically made for Antonio. And of course, their solo dance was contemporary, so what I was complaining about last week, the spins and jumps, they had to be there. Considering this routine and whatnot, I'll make an exception on that. I think Sharna really did try this season with Antonio, but I think he didn't want to fully commit. Maybe if he signed on during a different season when he wasn't truly busy, I think he would have had a better chance. The routine was good, and that's all you can really ask for at the end of the day. I love the Charleston. I loved it even more when Wanye and Lindsay blew our ever-loving, God-freaking-blessed minds with it. There were extra elements in there, like Lindy Hop and Quickstep. Woo, take me to church! But not really, because you know how I am. Everything about it, though, was right on the money. I love the idea of old Hollywood meets new Hollywood and blended well together. Oh, yes, child, yes. It was marvelous. It was spectacular. It was one of Wanye's greatest performances in the history of Dance with the Stars Season 22. I saw the blindfold concept on Instagram, and I remember when Derek Huff did this concept with Bindi Irwin, but obviously, Niall is deaf, and adding a blindfold is highly ballsy. I was watching the show with my friends, and one of them saw it and was all like, what kind of fuckery is this? There were tears, I'm not gonna lie. Time stands still, or becomes frozen when Niall and Peta perform ballroom. They truly captured the spirit of a melancholy tango. It took my breath away. And we all know Niall is in the finale, so I can't wait to see what they can do for their freestyle. Honestly, I needed a freestyle from Peta Murgatroyd. It's been far too long. God damn it, I miss you, Team Jita. I just have one question. Are you sure that was Leona Lewis performing live? I've heard her live on YouTube videos, and she didn't sound anything like that. I'm not disrespecting her, but it just didn't sound like her melodic, I think that's what I want to use. It just didn't sound like her vocals, okay? I felt like this was more of Ginger's element, but not completely all the way. I don't know what it is about her, but I just don't feel at ease when I watch her perform sometimes. I think the producers tried too hard to make us like her, and it's just not working for most of us at home. Overall, the dance was alright, but it could have been a tad bit better. I knew it! I knew it! This elimination was long overdue. I still say Antonio should have been voted off when Kim and Vaughn did, but what's done is done. He entered this show very promising, but ended up being like all the other past contestants that get bullied on social media for overstaying their welcome. The booming business has ended. So long, Antonio and Sharna. Now let's see who else was voted off with them.
What? What the fuck? I ain't having that shit!
Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, I was still worried about him, but I had high hopes he could have made it to next week. Obviously not. Who the fuck is voting for a goddamn meteorologist from Good Morning America? Is ABC doing it? Is there a conspiracy behind this? This bullshittery reminds me of Bristol Palin, and I'm honestly surprised I said that bitch's name without any hint of Fireball whiskey in my system.
Plan! Purple plan! Blue plan!
How the fuck did that sound get in here? Oh well, I'm still fuming from this fuckery. Social media is really going after Ginger on this, and now I'm sure we can all agree that people are supporting Niall and Peta and Paige and Mark to make sure that Ginger and Val doesn't win. Wanye and Lindsay was my number one team. They were amazing together, and I feel like we were robbed of a freestyle like no other. Team Yeezy, I'm seriously going to miss the bejesus out of you.
How do I say goodbye to what we had?
Next week is the two-night finale. Like with last season, I will give my thoughts on the 2 nights in one video. I'm not sure when I'll have it up. I want that video to be bigger and more spectacular than last season's. Pitbull, the poor man's Eminem, will be performing next week. I swear, every time he appears somewhere, my mom gets all flirty and giggly, and I'm just over here like, he lives up to his fucking nickname. He's a human pitbull. How does my mom, let alone any other poor sap, find this guy attractive? Why not just have Iggy Azalea in the finale and see if her and Pitbull start a rap battle? A rap battle to the death, I say! And if ABC wants more controversy, why don't they just invite the Duggars' cousin Amy as a contestant for a future season? She's the rebel Duggar anyway. Why not do this show?
Step out of it!
Sound off in the comments below. What do you guys think of this week's episode? Who are your favorites? Who are your least favorites? Did the right couples go home? Should we vote for Niall and Paige to stop Ginger from winning? I already have. If you guys enjoyed this week's reveal, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel and want to see more videos in the future, you're welcome to subscribe. Vote for Niall and Paige! I'll see you guys soon. Take care, everybody.